If you're the type who loves to put your brain to work, create infallible tactics, and feel that taste of victory after a brilliant move, this list was custom-made for you. I've gathered 10 new strategy games that promise to challenge your mind, hold your attention, and transform every free minute into pure mental adrenaline. I'm Matthew, and we've already started the list with Anno 117 Pax Romana. Set in the golden age of the Roman Empire, this city builder puts you in the role of a governor responsible for transforming distant provinces into gems of the empire. It's not just about erecting buildings, but about managing different cultures, integrating or preserving local traditions. Each cultural decision impacts your prestige and unlocks unique advantages, whether in the economy, religion, or technology. The resource management system is deep. Wheat, marble, wine, and even political influence become commodities to be balanced. Trade routes between provinces require infrastructure and defense against pirates and bandits. Diplomacy is central, as alliances and pacts can generate lasting bonuses or attract disguised rivals. Visually, the game is a historical spectacle, with cities that breathe life, detailed markets, amphitheaters, ports, and Roman roads. Each province has its own climate and geography, influencing production and logistical challenges. Even random The return of one of the most iconic real-time strategy series comes loaded with expectation. Set in the dark and brutal universe of Warhammer 40k, it pits 4 major factions in direct confrontation, each with its own campaign, gameplay style, and decisions that impact not only the narrative but the very configuration of the battlefield. Base building and resource management return to prominence, moving away from the excessively hero-focused format of recent entries. Even so, commanders and special units are still present, now with abilities more integrated into the army as a whole, making their strategic use even more vital. Visually, the game bets on an artistic direction that balances fidelity to the original material and clarity amidst the chaos of battle. The planet Cronus serves as the stage, but with diverse maps ranging from hive cities to desolate plains, each with its own advantages and challenges. The coup gameplay in the campaign allows you to coordinate strategies with friends, opening up space for synchronized attacks and combined defenses against aggressive and adaptive AI. Competitive multiplayer offers traditional and experimental modes, keeping the series' esports scene alive. Stellar Reach is a Space 4X that focuses on the three-dimensional realism of the galaxy. You don't just see planets and systems as points on a map. It's possible to navigate through space and feel the colossal scale of the distances. Each faction represents a different vision for humanity, ranging from authoritarian empires to automated societies. Progress is marked by 6 technology trees that cover engineering, bioscience, diplomacy, industry, defense, and exploration. The player needs to decide where to invest to shape their civilization. There are also 13 rare resources scattered throughout the galaxy, some only on hostile planets that require advanced engineering for colonization. The battles are reminiscent of Homeworld, with fully 3D combat and fleets that need to be strategically maneuvered, exploring angles of attack and blind spots. The physics of weapons is simulated, making combat more engaging and less predictable. The economy is alive and interdependent. Prosperous colonies require infrastructure, culture, and security. Producing only for industry can lead to population collapses, while focusing too much on welfare leaves you militarily vulnerable. Creatively, it mixes the depth of Stellaris with the beauty of a space simulator, creating a feeling of cosmic chess where every warp jump can turn the tide of the match. From the creator of The Settlers, Pioneers of Pagonia is a city builder that unfolds like a tale of exploration and cultural union. The world is composed of procedurally generated islands, full of secrets, magical creatures, and factions that react uniquely to your actions, whether reaching out for trade or brandishing weapons. The depth of the production chains is remarkable. More than 100 goods circulate between more than 60 types of buildings, all animated in detail to show each stage of resource transformation. This transparency in the economy helps you perceive bottlenecks and optimize processes. The cooperative mode for up to 4 players transforms management into a real-time logistical ballet, where each one can take on different roles. One focused on construction, another on trade, another on defense, and so on. The aesthetics focus on a vibrant, almost fairy tale-like color palette, but without giving up deep systems. Small random events, such as storms or animal migration, mess with the routine and require quick responses. Creatively, it conveys the feeling of commanding a living, magical anthill in which each villager is visible, active, and an essential part of the gears of your prosperity. Play of Battle Systemic War is a hybrid of grand strategy and real-time tactical combat that transports you to a global board from 2008 to 2025. The promise is a fully playable world map, with each country representing a set of distinct opportunities and risks, and international politics acting as a weapon and a trap. Management is threefold: economy, diplomacy, and modern warfare. The use of drones, cyber attacks, and counterintelligence systems is integrated into the battles, which reproduce real scenarios with authentic geography and weather conditions. The alliance system is fluid. Today's partners can be tomorrow's adversaries depending on your geopolitical moves. Global crises emerge as events inspired by historical and contemporary situations, testing the ability to respond under pressure. Graphically, the game seeks a documentary realism, which increases the tension of decisions that seem like headlines about to be published. Intelligence reports and diplomatic conferences carry the same weight as a coordinated attack in the field. Aztecs, the Last Sun, puts the player in command of Tenochtitlan at the height of the Aztec civilization, where political power and religious faith walk side by side. The choices range from building canals and temples to conducting sacrifices to appease gods and ensure good harvests. The day and night cycle brings a layer of challenge. At night, the moon goddess becomes hostile, sending emissaries and creatures against your city. Preparing defenses and maintaining high popular devotion are survival strategies. The economy is based on resources such as cocoa, corn, stone, and gold, each vital for expansion, trade, or rituals. Transport by canoes and walkways is central due to the lacustrine geography of the capital. Visually, the game delivers a vibrant portrait of Aztec architecture and art, with crowded markets, monumental temples, and ritual celebrations that light up the city. Creatively, it is a meeting of SimCity with living mythology, where each offering decides the fate of an entire civilization. Beyond All Reason is an epic-scale, free and open-source RTS for Windows and Linux. It puts you in command of armies by land, sea, and air, with 2 factions, Armada and Cortex, and around 400 specialized units, allowing for truly colossal battles without losing fine control of tactics. The modes already cover solo skirmishes and scenarios, co-op and PvP multiplayer, so you can practice builds alone, coordinate synergies with friends, or fall into direct shock against strangers. It's that addictive cycle of economic expansion, map reconnaissance, and tech push timing that rewards both consistent macro and decisive micro. Technically, it is born from a fork of Springert's and carries the legacy of Total Annihilation Supreme Commander, with the gameplay layer refined from Balanced Annihilation. This translates into a flow economy, always active production lines, and a design philosophy that favors scalability without turning into chaos. "20 years after Vesuvius swallowed Pompeii, you take on the task of rebuilding it not only physically, but spiritually. The starting point is a city in ruins with social traumas still alive, and the mission is to transform it back into a pulsating center of the Roman world. The gameplay mixes classic city builder with narrative elements, laws to be written, influential families to be convinced, and trade that needs to be reopened with other cities of the empire. Each urban sector you revitalize opens up new economic and cultural opportunities. Natural disasters and political crises continue to threaten stability. Vesuvius is always in the background as a reminder that the balance is fragile and earthquakes, fires, and epidemics can occur, requiring prevention systems. The game modes include a guided narrative campaign, a sandbox mode for free construction, and a creative mode that allows you to reimagine Pompeii without historical limitations. Visually, the game alternates between the realism of the excavations and the opulence of the reconstructions. The game works as a historical urban RPG, where each decision builds not only streets and buildings, but also the identity and legacy of a city reborn from the ashes.
You're doing, Sula.
I am but a humble observer of Roman politics. Earning the Emperor's favor is one thing, but winning over the plebeians, that is a battle you will have to fight yourself.
A battle? No, Sula. This is manipulation. You seek to...
Inspired by classic god games, Fata Deum puts you in the role of a deity shaping the lives of mortals and shaping yourself in the process. Your divine personality is defined by your choices. Generosity brings prosperity. Tyranny generates fear and blind obedience. The world visually reacts to your alignment. A benevolent god will see flowery fields and vibrant villages. A cruel god will walk on dark lands with villages deformed by fear. This dynamic aesthetic gives dramatic weight to your decisions. Besides the people, other gods compete for worship and can send emissaries to sabotage or seduce your followers. The player must decide whether to face them in indirect battles or form temporary alliances for common goals. Divine power is fueled by faith, which is built with miracles, signs, and even exemplary punishments. Managing the balance between natural resources and belief is vital to keeping followers loyal. The game is almost a theological The Sims, where your mood shapes the physical and spiritual world in a palpable way, and where even nature enters the game as an instrument of your will.
The landscape will transform to reflect your choices, growing bright and full of life, or falling into darkness and decay. Your actions also influence how your mortals behave, creating different stories each time you play. As a god, you will use miracles to affect birth rates and the very evolution of your people, passing down their visual appearance and traits, such as strength or intellect, to future generations. You can bless mortals to increase their productivity, create resources to boost their progress, protect them during a fight, or heal those wounded. If that all sounds too nice, well then sacrifice them to summon others in their place, or turn them into zombies. Steal their energy to get more mana, or to boost your warriors. The opportunities are endless. At Early Access launch, Fata Deum features 4 handcrafted maps with dozens of unique locations to discover, each hiding rewards or story-driven quests. Solve them your way, peacefully, forcefully, or with your wits. Our physics-based destruction system lets you truly shape the world. Smash buildings, toss boulders, or call down meteorites, watching it all crumble beneath your might. A day in Fata Deum is split into 2 phases. While the sun is up, you perform miracles, fulfill prayers, manipulate mortals, or complete quests. As the world grows, so do your challenges, with rival gods working to steal your followers. By night, while your mortals snooze, you can take a break and plan without time pressure. Whisper into your followers' dreams to prepare them for times of toil or peace. Tweak your cities, reroute trade, or set new priorities, all from the shadows. You can build villages or sprawling cities with over 20 building types, tailoring your civilization toward war, knowledge, productivity, or growth. And like your morality, your level of involvement is also flexible. Skip the night phase entirely or micromanage every dream. The choice is yours. We've already mentioned rival gods, so let's take a look at each one, all with their own personality and playstyle. Violence, goddess of war and destruction. She is brutal, loud, and unrelenting. Definitely not one interested in the subtleties of negotiation. Pleasure, god of ecstasy, art, and joy. A lover of celebrating the finest things in life through festivals, music, and fuel.
Fractured Alliance is a long-awaited real-time strategy game developed by the Indie Tense Games, inspired by genre classics like Command and Conquer, Red Alert, and Supreme Commander. Set in an alternative reality where the Cold War never ended, the game combines nostalgia with modern mechanics, offering an experience that seeks to capture the essence of 2000s RTs, but with updated graphics and accessible controls. The game features 3 distinct factions, each with unique characteristics that shape varied strategies and game styles. The United Federation focuses on advanced technology, using plasma weapons and railguns for precise attacks, but its expensive units require careful resource management. The Eastern Alliance bets on brute force, with armored units and area of effect weapons based on flame and radiation technology, ideal for territorial control, but vulnerable to agile opponents. On the other hand, the Collective is geared towards beginners, employing autonomous drones and swarm tactics that maintain constant pressure, although their units are less durable. These factions offer tactical depth, with specific superweapons like nuclear attacks, climate control, and drone swarms, which can turn the tide of battles. Fractured Alliance rescues classic base-building elements, allowing players to create fortresses in the SimCity style, with defensive walls and towers, unlike modern RTS games that have abandoned this mechanic. The gameplay involves collecting resources, capturing strategic points on the map, and taking advantage of the terrain's topography, such as positioning artillery in elevated areas or ambushing in dense forests. Well, that was the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. May God be with you and see you next time.